Hello, I want to speak to you today about something that so many of us are going through at this time, often without even realizing it. Something I call spiritual sleepwalking. It's that feeling of living your life on autopilot. You wake up, go through the motions, respond the same way you always have, but deep inside something feels off. You're not fully here. You're reacting instead of choosing. You might feel disconnected, stuck, like you've lost touch with who you really are. That's the sleepwalk. And the beautiful truth is, you can wake up. Spiritual sleepwalking is when we live from our programming, old fears, habits, and survival patterns, rather than from our true awareness, our soul, our presence. And that brings us to a powerful question. How do we really know if it's us, our true self, making decisions, or just our fears and conditioning? It shows up in subtle ways. Maybe your days feel repetitive and a bit empty, like you're just going through the motions. Maybe you're saying yes when you want to say no. Or you feel a sense of guilt or obligation driving your choices. You might find yourself thinking, I don't even know who I am anymore. Or something's missing, but I can't put my finger on it. We're raised in systems that teach us to perform, to please, to survive. We get praised for fitting in, not for following our inner truth. Over time, we forget how to listen to ourselves. We forget that still, wise voice within. And when we do, life starts to feel heavy, like we're never enough, or anxious, or numb. But here's the thing. You're simply just waking up. And the fact that you're here listening shows me that something inside you is already stirring. You might be noticing that certain things don't feel right anymore. The same conversations, the same routines. You might find yourself craving something deeper, even if you can't explain it yet. You may be seeing signs, synchronicities, little nudges from the universe saying, there's more. Keep going. Maybe you're questioning old beliefs, ones that you may have accepted for years, and starting to ask, but what do I actually believe? What is it that I feel comfortable doing? What makes me feel alive? Waking up spiritually isn't one big moment where the clouds part and everything makes sense. It's a journey, a gentle unfolding, a practice of coming back to yourself again and again. It begins with presence, just simply being aware that you are here. Just a pause. You don't need hours, even 3 minutes can shift your entire energy. Close your eyes. Breathe, feel your body. That simple act breaks that cycle of autopilot and brings you back to now. And start getting curious. Ask yourself, do I believe this because it feels true or just because I was taught it? That one question can change so much. Your soul isn't here to follow someone else's script, even if that's the entire family, the entire society, the entire world. When you face a choice, big or small, try asking, am I choosing this from fear or from love? Fear will feel tight, urgent, like you're trying to avoid pain or judgment. Love feels open, even if it is a little bit scary. Spend time with your inner self. Journal, meditate, walk in nature, lie down and place your hands on your heart. Use energy systems such as Reiki if you feel called. Your soul speaks in stillness, and the more you listen, the clearer it becomes. And don't underestimate your environment. What you watch, what you spend time with, who you spend time with, the energy you surround yourself with, it all influences your awakening. Choose what uplifts you, let it support the path you're walking. And please don't be hard on yourself. There will be many moments when you fall back into fear, when you react instead of respond. That's okay. It's part of the journey. We don't wake up overnight. We wake up moment by moment. And every time you notice, every time you choose again, you strengthen that connection to who you really are. You're not lost, you're returning, and I'm so proud of you for being here. Let's look at this in more depth. How do we really know if it is us or our programming and fears that are making the decisions for us? We may believe we're making empowered choices, but unless we're truly present and connected to our higher, deeper self, the soul, higher consciousness, we're often just repeating patterns we didn't consciously choose. To be aware of whether it's you or your programming making decisions, pause and listen inward. Choices rooted in fear often carry urgency, tightness, or a feeling of should. But the voice of your soul speaks with calm, clarity, love, and a sense of inner knowing. Remember, meditation, energy work, breath work, or simply taking quiet moments in nature can help you reconnect with your true self. The more you become aware of your triggers and patterns without judgment, the more clearly you can hear the quiet truth beneath them all. Awakening from spiritual sleepwalking is not a one-time event. It's a daily practice of coming home to yourself. One simple way to notice whether it's you or your programming making a decision is to look at how you respond to conflict. Let's say someone criticizes you, and without thinking you immediately become defensive or withdrawn. That reaction likely isn't coming from your conscious self. It's an automatic pattern rooted in old wounds or a fear of not being good enough. But when you pause and allow yourself to feel the discomfort, you create space for a different choice, one based in self-worth and love rather than fear. That moment of awareness, even if small, is a powerful step out of spiritual sleepwalking. Another example is when you're faced with a new opportunity, like starting a course or stepping into a new role. If your first thought is, "I'm not ready," or "What if I fail?" That's not your soul speaking. That's the voice of past programming trying to keep you small and safe. Your true self might still feel nervous, but it carries a quiet encouragement that says, "You're growing. This is part of your path." When you can notice the fear and gently ask, "Is this really me speaking?" you begin to shift from reaction to conscious creation. In those moments, you reclaim your spiritual power, and that's where true freedom begins. So as you can see, the remedy to fear-based, unconscious sleepwalking through life is surprisingly simple: awareness. Becoming conscious in each moment is not about being perfect or never reacting. It's about noticing, being aware. When you become the quiet observer of your thoughts, feelings, and choices, you start to create space between the old programming and your true self. That space is where your spiritual power lives. The moment you notice you're reacting from fear, whether it's people-pleasing, shutting down, or rushing into something to avoid discomfort, you're already waking up. That awareness, even if fleeting at first, is a doorway to real change. Coming from your spiritual self begins by pausing. Take a breath. Feel your body. Ask, am I making this choice from love or fear? From presence or programming? Your soul doesn't shout. It whispers through peace, clarity, and gentle nudges. When you get quiet enough to listen, even in the middle of a busy day, you reconnect with that part of you that has always been awake and wise. And the beauty is, you don't have to do this perfectly. Each moment is a fresh opportunity. With practice, living consciously becomes natural, like coming home to yourself again and again. It's not about effort, it's about remembering. It's so important to remember that this journey is not about never slipping back into fear or old patterns. It's about noticing when you do and choosing again with love. Acting from fear, falling into old habits, or forgetting to pause, these moments are not failures. They are part of the awakening process. Every time you catch yourself and gently bring your awareness back, you're strengthening your connection to your spiritual self. Growth doesn't happen in a straight line. It moves in spirals, returning to old lessons with new awareness. So please don't give up. Don't judge yourself when you react or forget. That is human. The key is to meet those moments with kindness, with compassion. Say to yourself, I see, that was fear again. But now I know I can choose differently. That alone is powerful. You're not starting over each time. You're building a deeper, more loving relationship with yourself. And over time, the pull of the old patterns weakens, and the voice of your true self becomes clearer, steadier, and easier to follow. Be patient, be gentle, and trust. You are waking up, one beautiful moment at a time. Now listen to this message from your higher self to your lower, fearful self, filled with compassion, encouragement, and unconditional love just for you. My beloved, gentle one, I see you. I see how hard you're trying, even when you feel like you're failing. I feel every moment of fear, every doubt, every time you wonder if you'll ever be free. And I want you to know you are not alone. I am with you always. I have never judged you, never rushed you, never stopped loving you, not for a moment. You are doing beautifully, even when it doesn't feel that way. The pain, the fear, the habits, they are not who you are. They are stories you learned to survive. And I honor you for surviving, but now you are ready to live. You are ready to love, to open, to trust again. Not all at once, but step by gentle step. I will walk with you through every shadow and remind you of the light that has always been yours. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to get it right. You simply need to remember. Remember who you are beneath the noise, beneath the fear, beneath the masks. When you feel small, I will remind you of your power. When you forget your worth, I will hold you in my love until you remember again. And I am so proud of you. Keep going. Keep choosing love, even if your voice shakes and your body trembles. Keep reaching inward. You are awakening, and nothing can stop the light that is rising within you. I am here. I am you, and I will never let you go. I have included a few affirmations to support you on your journey to yourself. I am awake and aware of my choices. I release the need to live on autopilot. I choose presence over distraction. I trust my soul's wisdom. I honor my truth, not my programming. I see life clearly and consciously. I am safe to live from love. I create my life with intention. I am open to higher guidance. My past does not define me. I am free to choose again. I welcome transformation and growth. I listen deeply to my inner voice. I live with purpose and passion. My heart is my compass. I awaken to the beauty around me. I am aligned with my highest self. I radiate compassion, confidence, and clarity. I am not my fears. I am eternal light. I choose to live fully now. Thank you so much for joining me today. May the gentle healing power of the divine bring peace, love, and balance into your life. If this video helped you, please like, share, and subscribe to support this channel and help others awaken too. Until next time, stay open to your higher self, love, compassion, and transformation. Trust your journey. Love your inner child and yourself that is struggling. And remember, you are always deeply loved and cared for. Take care, and blessings to you.